Hello guys, this is Fuberdudes, and today we're going to be taking a look at part 1 of 6, technically, with the Fall of Cybertron Platinum Edition Bruticus versus Grimlock. And this, as you can see, is Brawl. So I decided to get Bruticus because I was hunting on eBay for a good Bruticus to get, and I ultimately decided to get the Fall Cybertron version just because of articulation, and that works better for filming. So I got this, I have to admit, for about $50, and I thought that was an absolute steal. So here is Brawl, and we're going to take a look at his tank mode. Now, he does look like how he did in the video game, at least his tank mode does. I really do like the way that the tank mode looks, and the colors for the Platinum Edition are different than the normal retail products that are usually out in like Walmart and Target and stuff like that, because like Blastoff was blue, because I do have a blue Blastoff, as you probably already know. But the actual colors are supposed to be like a brownish beige color, so I really do like that. Brawl here just looks really cool. Just kind of getting a look at him. He's got a really nice green, and I don't know how well this is coming off of camera, but the green is very nice. And then it's got like a shiny metallic gray here, and it's got nice little paint apps and details like that with purple here, and then you see purple up here. I just love the contrast of purple and green. It makes him seem more Decepticon-like. So for a size comparison, we're just setting him off to the side there. Here he is with Armada Starscream. So as you can see, he is definitely deluxe size. That's how all these figures are. So he's obviously supposed to be a tank. This is pretty well in scale. They're not in the same universe, but I think that's okay. So taking off Starscream. Here is Generations Cup, and that's where I think that this scale doesn't really work. But then again, scale and Transformers is really shifty. So, I don't know. They're both deluxe size, and they're both about the same size in robot mode. So that's all that counts for me. So now for the transformation. First we're going to put him into leg mode, and I believe there is a way to put him into arm mode, but I don't know how to do that, and plus I'm never going to do that, so I won't even show that. So to put him in leg mode, what you want to do first is just detach this, and you want to rotate these in like so. These gun bits right here. And then this is on a double hinge, so you can just leave that there. And then with the combiner peg here, you can just move this up like so. And so that way you can peg it into the bottom there. And then rotate this around like that and just leave it like so. And this was pegged into two pegs right here, and this just folds all the way down. And then you might see two slots right here, and then these have little tabs that peg in right into there, and so locking everything into place. And before you want to do that, actually, this tabs in down here. It has a hook down here that tabs on, and you can see his head. That's supposed to be in like that. So anyway, putting this down, this just tabs in and everything fits nicely. And then you put this bit down, this green bit here, and that becomes the foot. So there is leg mode. And it's not bad. I don't really like all this junk hanging off here, but it's not terrible. I do like the cleanness of the sides. And looking on the back here, you can kind of see some stuff, but it's still pretty okay. So now we're going to get him into robot mode. So to do that, what you want to do is just unpeg this, keep this down. You want to rotate this all the way up like that, and just leave this like that. Close this back up, and then detach that and put this just back like it was originally. And then you can take his legs, and they're all pegged into the side here, and just kind of wiggle them loose, and then they rotate out like so. Just like that. And then as you can see on the front here, you can just rotate them like this, putting these gray bits out in front, and then you can fold his feet out, which actually you'd think that they'd be hard because there's no like significant tab, but there is a little groove about here that makes it a bit easier to do it. So there you have the legs, and then the arms coming up here. I might have to move this other way. These are tabbed in here. If I untab them, you can see the tabs there. And so you want to rotate this down all the way like so, and then flip out the hand, which is kind of hard to get out, but you can get it eventually. So there is the arm, and same thing over here. Detach this, and this one's a lot tighter. There we go. Rotate it like so, and then fold out the wrist like so. And then this junk just kind of hangs out back here, so you just leave that, and then you pull up his head like so, and there you have Brawl in his robot mode. So, he looks decent. It's just, I mean, obviously this is Brawl, but I'm not really a huge fan of this huge kind of backpack. Like, I wouldn't mind if it ended like right here, but this, I just wish there was some place for this to go. It just looks really awkward. But overall, it's a decent figure. I mean, it's not great. None of these guys were really good anyway, in my opinion. I just let him fall backwards. So, none of these guys were, like, real good, in my opinion, and he kind of has a tough time standing, as you can see. He doesn't really have any definitive heel spurs, so you really have to mess with him to get him to stand properly like that. But he's a decent figure. I would recommend getting this set, because the Bruticus figure, although it's not great, it does work, and it is pretty good. Considering Hasbro's experience in modern combiners, I do believe that the Combiner Wars are a bit superior, but I'm actually kind of hoping that they're coming out with the Combiner Wars Bruticus. So for a size comparison, I'm just going to set him off to the side there. Here he is with Combiner Wars Starscream. And as you can see, they're around the same height. Head is about the same. He has obviously a bit more kibble hanging off. So taking him off there, here he is with the normal Fall of Cybertron Blastoff, which, as I told you, was blue. He is incorrect colors here. Luckily, I have the other one, which is beige, which I like better. But yeah, there's another Combaticon. So as you can already tell, he's pretty much deluxe size. So for articulation, his head is on kind of a ball joint. It's really weird. But yeah, it's really hard to get a hold just because it's kind of wedged in between here. You can move around his turret back here on his backpack. You can kind of do that, so then he can bend over and shoot you. Actually, I might do this from now on. Actually, I think that looks a bit better doing that. But this still kind of, that kind of bugs me, but whatever. His arms do rotate, but they are kind of hindered just because they have interesting kibble. And you can go in and out. He bends, he has a ball joint right here, actually. Nothing at the wrist except for going up and down. And then he's got ball joints at the thighs. He can go up, not very far back because of the backpack, and out. And then he does bend at the knee. He does rotate at the thigh due to transformation, and then he does bend at the knee, and that does bend pretty well. Theoretically, can bend about 90 degrees, or almost 180 degrees, excuse me, but not quite because that's part of the transformation. And you can wiggle his toes. So that is it for articulation, and he does come with one weapon, which I actually did forgot to show off in his vehicle mode. But you can see there. I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a hole here, and this just pegged onto here in robot mode. So he can obviously hold it, and it's a pretty sweet looking gun. So there he is with his gun. And actually, it does, this gun and the other guns of the other Combaticons do combine to form a super gun that Bruticus can hold. So I think that's about it for Fall of Cybertron Brawl here. So I have to say he is okay. He's not my favorite of the group, but I do like his color scheme a lot. That sells it for me that this is definitely Brawl. I do recommend picking up this set. I will put a link in the description below for all these reviews for the Platinum Edition Bruticus versus Grimlock, and I will be reviewing Grimlock, although I probably will sell him eventually because I don't need him because I have G1 Grimlock. So anyway, that's about it for this review. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This is Fuberduge. Please check out some of my other reviews if you want to see any of my other awesome Transformers reviews on any other figures that I have bought in the past few years or months. And also, if you want to check out some of my stop motion videos, they are available on my channel. And so, this is Fuberduge saying, keep playing, guys.